The Sanchi area in the state of Madhya Pradesh, India, is one of the most renowned Buddhist monument complexes, home to numerous large-scale stupas, temples, and monasteries. The bed of the Great Stupa of Sanchi is considered one of the greatest and oldest surviving works of Buddhist art in India. Rising majestically from the earth, the Great Stupa of Sanchi is a spectacular monument, a powerful testament to the strength of a global religion and the profound religious devotion of an emperor. So why was the Great Stupa of Sanchi built? Among thousands of temples, pagodas, and monasteries across India, what special significance does this structure hold? And was this symbol truly built by a tyrant? Over 26 centuries ago, Buddhism originated in India, the cradle of human civilization. Since then, this religion has spread like underground streams to nearly all countries and has become a firm spiritual refuge for humanity, even in this era of rapid technological advancement. The great architectural structures, the reliefs depicting the life of the Buddha, the sacred stone pillars and stupas, and the statues overflowing with compassion, all are wordless Dharma lessons, transcending the limits of language, erasing the traces of time, and becoming a bridge connecting the hearts of millions of Buddhists around the world to the Dharma. It is evident that the influence of art is immense. It acts as a guiding light, helping the present connect with the past and reach toward the future. From the first decades of the new century, after over 600 years of decline and near disappearance in its own homeland, Indian Buddhism has returned powerfully, brimming with vitality and embraced by the entire world. This revival was made possible as Buddhist architectural artworks, long buried deep beneath the dust of time, were successively discovered and brought to light. The Sanchi architectural complex is one such example. Located in the heart of Madhya Pradesh, spread across a lush plateau, Sanchi is the most representative, sacred, and ancient Buddhist monument complex, home to numerous large-scale pillars, stupas, temples, and monasteries. Sanchi began to take shape when Emperor Ashoka built the Great Stupa and erected a monolithic stone pillar atop the hill. Subsequently, many other structures were added to the complex by successive dynasties. With a history of formation and development spanning over 13 centuries, from the 3rd century BC to the 11th century, Sanchi is like an ancient book. Through its artistic masterpieces, it vividly and authentically recreates the history of Indian Buddhism from its inception, through its peak, to its decline. This place truly deserves to be called the Palace of Stupas, a jewel of Buddhist art. On the hillside at Sanchi, one can admire a complex of large and small stupas. The Sanchi Stupa is India's oldest stone stupa, commissioned by Emperor Ashoka in the 3rd century BCE. Originally, the structure was just a small earthen mound, but it was later expanded and transformed into an iconic architectural masterpiece. Originally a warmongering king, Ashoka frequently led his armies to conquer neighboring states. However, he later underwent a profound awakening, took refuge in the Triple Gem, and became a virtuous and enlightened ruler. He applied Buddhist teachings to govern the nation and bring peace to his people. To express his profound reverence and deep gratitude towards the Triple Gem, particularly the Buddha, the king vowed to pilgrimage to the sacred sites where he had once walked. He also commissioned the construction of numerous stupas for commemoration, to worship relics, and to honor the Buddha's holy disciples. The king had over 84,000 stupas built throughout the country of India, one of which was the Great Sanchi Stupa. That great tower is an extremely famous and sophisticated symbol, constructed with a solid structure from small ancient bricks within. That ancient brick layer was encased within another brick layer, while the surface of the tower was entirely clad in stone. The top of the tower is a large, 3-tiered canopy made of assembled stone slabs. S-tiers are stacked consecutively along the axis extending from the structure. Vauthap towers are typically built upon a square platform and are arranged so that their 4 corners align precisely with the 4 cardinal directions of the compass. The Sanchi Stupa continued to be expanded and added to during the reigns of the subsequent Mauryan kings. The subsequent kings had the ruined gates of the tower rebuilt along with the image of the Buddha. Subsequently, numerous additional Buddhist monasteries and shrines were successively built in the area. The entrance gates leading to the Great Sanchi Stupa also feature extremely unique architectural characteristics. They are intricately carved with images and scenes depicting the life of the Buddha and his previous incarnations. The Great Stupa has 4 large gates, built facing the 4 cardinal directions. It is considered the finest architectural work that embodies the spirit of Buddhism. It can be affirmed that the Buddhist towers of Sankai are timeless artistic pinnacles. The carvings here are executed with exquisite craftsmanship, meticulous down to the smallest detail. The citadel is like a magnificent palace with countless stone towers and pillars. Its splendid gates further enhance the grandeur and majesty of the entire area. This is the most unique and captivating Buddhist monument in India. Each entrance leading up to the stupa was built on the hillside. Buddhists will follow this path, circumambulating the stupa clockwise as a way to express reverence for the sacred Buddha relics enshrined at the center of the structure. However, this passageway was used to convey Buddhist teachings to the illiterate. The drawings and carvings could communicate the doctrine more effectively than written text. That was an immensely valuable experience, one that strengthens faith in the Dharma for anyone who has ever made a pilgrimage to the stupa. Whether of noble or common birth, everyone felt the presence of the Buddha beside them. The Great Stupa has attracted the attention of archaeologists, scholars of Indian studies, pilgrims, and the general public worldwide. Like many great heritage sites around the world, the Great Stupa of Sanchi is a testament to the dedication of a wise and enlightened king. Though once buried in the wild forests after thousands of years of being influenced by Hinduism and Islam, the stupa was restored between 1912 and 1919, along with the rest of the monastery's relic complex. Under regulatory control, it is difficult to imagine just how glorious its golden age once was. But we only know that it has survived to this day, alongside the art of carving on stone pillars and bricks. The pagoda is a magnificent wonder that must be preserved in its entirety for all time. Besides the famous stupa, a Zouk stone pagoda is also considered a notable relic. Not only found in Sarnath, this is also one of the stone stupas built by King Ashoka across the Indian subcontinent. The top of the stone column features 4 lions standing back to back. This image was subsequently chosen to be the national emblem of India. Ancient Greek temples are an excellent example of Greek architecture, renowned for their perfect aesthetic proportions and structural balance. It is acknowledged that the architecture at Fat Tik is an organized construction and represents the most significant vestige of medieval pagoda and tower building techniques. To this day, it remains unclear why this particular area was chosen to be a Buddhist center. Because clearly, in any case, it has no direct connection to the life of the Buddha. The reason the Sanchi Stupa has endured for over 10 centuries likely lies in its proximity to Vidisha, a thriving commercial hub of that era. We know that wealthy merchants and the people of Vidisha supported the religious activities during the construction at Sanchi. Another hypothesis suggests that the Vidisha region was the homeland of Empress Devi, the wife of Emperor Ashoka. Therefore, the king wished to honor this land by developing it into a major center of Buddhism. From Sanchi was also the starting point of the journey of Mahinda, the son of Emperor Ashoka, who led the Buddhist missionary delegation. The royal envoy delivered the Buddha's message to Sri Lanka. By the 13th century, Buddhism had officially ended its Sritana period in India. Santrai shared the same fate as other Buddhist relics, lying forgotten and in ruins for over 600 years. In 1818, British officer Henry Taylor discovered the Scarborough Shoal and was the one to announce this location to the world. The historic site now lies in ruins, overrun and covered by vegetation, its gates shattered into pieces. Uncle Azuke's drum was also smashed by the local villagers and used to build a sugarcane press. Antique dealers and amateur archaeologists have also come to dig, causing the ancient relics to become increasingly damaged. In 1881, the restoration work commenced, during which the West Gate and the South Gate were reconstructed. From 1912 to 1919, the Dai Thap architectural structures were renovated and restored to their current form. Under the supervision of John Marshall, Director General of the Archaeological Survey of India. In 1989, UNESCO officially recognized the complex of Santrai pagodas and towers as a World Cultural Heritage Site. Perched atop the hill in Santrai, Dai Thap has stood as a Buddhist beacon since the 3rd century BCE. This place is considered the quintessential final resting place of pivotal figures in Buddhism. According to Buddhist tradition, these stupas possess a rare and unique characteristic. Over the centuries, the original primitive stupas gradually evolved into hemispherical brick structures. And Buddhist artists